Welcome back everyone to the Novabug channel, and here we are with a very exclusive NRG Complete. And I don't really do NRG Completes a lot, but this is, well, for want of a better word, my game. Well, not my game, I didn't make it, I didn't write it. That honour goes to Yellowbelly, YB Soft, Phil Saniford, and he came up with this game, and with a few contributing factors from lots of other developers as well, including myself. I had a hand in some of the sprite development, a couple of levels, and the physical release of this. Bug's Quest for Types. Guide Bug around the platforms and levels, and Bug can jump and drop from big heights and collect all the types, get out the exits. You can't go back on levels, of course, and use ladders to get up to higher platforms. Moving platforms are there in the play screen, and as well danger blocks and blocks you can jump on, and of course the ladies of the night. And here are all the enemies as well. The ladies of the night can hurt you as well, but here are all the enemies: the Gremwalk, the Commodore, Dizzy's in there, Beeb, Basil, Specky, Pat, Pink Gimp, and a cock apparently, Nana's Anna, Anna's Nana even, Flossie. Is lots of comedy in this. This game is a labour of love. I've never made a CPC game before. This is, like I said, Phil Saniford made this. YB Soft, this is the first game he's ever written for the Amstrad, based around my character of Novabug. Of course, only 25 copies are ever going to be produced, and they will be auctioned off in a live stream on this very channel. If you're watching it after the live stream, they've already been auctioned off. And there we go, there's the credits. So lots of the levels and the screen layouts have been done by the great Brian O'Higgins. Music by Man Shovel and of Yellowbelly, which is a version of my theme song, originally by T-Rex Space Station, which is a lovely AY representation of it. Cover art and stuff by myself. Coding support by Kulkulkan and CPC Power. But My Gamer XP, of course, created this version, that image there of the Novabug. There's a bit of fan art that he did for me a while back. And you can hear that music is absolutely banging, isn't it? It's a brilliant accompaniment to the game. This is a Manic Miner style game. So a single screen style platform game in the same vein as Manic Miner, Chucky Egg, that kind of thing. But it's really well implemented. We're going to play normal, and here we go. We're going to try and do the entire game. It's not easy. It's not an easy game. So we collect the tapes, the yellow tapes there. As we can see, you play as little Novabug running around the platforms with all the enemies floating around the place, and we go on to the next screen. Now, the way the scoring system works in this is that I've screwed this up. Ah, damn it. Lost a life straight away, and lost my first tape as well, because that's the way the scoring system works. So you collect the tapes, and as you collect the tapes, every time you lose a life, you will on the following screen, or within the same screen, you will lose a tape. And you can actually recollect it if you wish, because it will respawn within that cell. But yes, that's why it doesn't let you back into other cells, because otherwise you'll be going backwards and forwards and collecting tapes all the time, and that's a bit of a dodgy one. But you can actually, there is a couple of levels in this where you can actually spam tapes, and when we get to them levels, I'll show you what I mean. So we got the cheeky jump, all the usual hazards in these style of games. Moving platforms, the water, deadly on contact, of course, as it always is in these in video game land. I do like the fact that you've got a lot of movement over the sprite, over the main Novabug sprite in this. You can move around in the air a lot. You've got plenty of movement there. A good jump mechanic. It's got a real nice jump mechanic. I really like the jump mechanic. And the enemy sprites are really cute and fun. The Gremwalks here with their flashing eyes, very nicely animated. Lots of things moving around, which is nice to see. Phil's really gone in to try and sort of animate the screens and get the screens moving and jump out at you. So it's nice. Like I said, for a first game, it's a damn bloody fine effort for a first attempt at a game. Especially including the soundtrack constantly playing in the background there. Let's move out the way. The Beeb and the Commodore. Very nice little pun there. The Stick of Joy waggling around like that. Nice dodging. Some of these levels really break you in nicely. They break you in quite nicely. They're not too tough. There's also no time limit. Very few of the levels actually rush you really quickly. A few of them do. where you've got to get moving quick. But a lot of the time you can sort of stop, say for instance here, think about things, and you know, well, we'll see how it goes. There are a couple of problems, but we'll get onto them in a minute. We'll talk about the positives first. I really do like some of the level designs. Some of the level designs are really, really clever. I nearly messed that up. Well, I haven't got the tape because I went straight into the door. Never mind. And also, it's split up into stages as well. And I like the way it's split up into stages. It's split up into 4 stages, different sort of theming. So you've sort of like got the underground industrial part, then you've got the woodland part, then you've got the sort of cityscape part, and then you've got the climb to the bug loft, and the bug loft at the end, which is really nice. This is my level. This is the level that I designed, I believe, which I based it off Home Runner. A very terrible, terrible game on the Amstrad. But again, you've got to get your jumps correct here. Obviously, you can get jump hit from above if you get your jump wrong. You're going through certain platforms. There is an element of sort of colour overclash there, but unavoidable. If you've ever played Manic Miner, Jet Set Willy, you know, all them style of games, Miner 69, that always happens. Quite a simple level this, and that will be level, so that's sort of stage 1 completed, and we move into level 2. So that was all the screens for level 1 done, and then we'll move into level 2. Now things start to get a lot tougher now, and then some of these levels are really tough. A lot of this reminds me of very pixel perfect jumping you've got to get in here. Luckily, most of the collision detection is really spot on, particularly with the enemies and the enemy hazards. There's a real good sort of collision detection. There is a bit of a sort of a platform hover thing going on here. You can move Novabug to the edge of platforms and basically just hover over. Again, very Manic Miner-ish. There is an element of that going on. This level I have problems with sometimes, and I'll tell you why. Moving platforms in this can be a little bit temperamental, and it's horrible to say it. I don't like criticising people that have made a video game on the Amstrad about my character. I mean, it's like a highest honour. But you know, as a game critic, you've got to sort of point these out. And moving platforms sometimes can become completely intangible, and in other times, sort of teleport you. You can actually use that to your benefit later on in the game. But when they become intangible, it's really frustrating. You can drop down, you've lined yourself up perfectly to drop on the platform, and you go straight through the platform. It doesn't happen a lot, but when it does happen, it's very irritating, because it's normally them platforms which are moving up and down, and you've got to get the timing spot on to hit them platforms as well. And then you go sailing through the platform, you think, well, that's gutting, and then you lose a tape, lose a life, restart the level. Maybe it's something that Phil can work on in future games, or maybe even later on a bug fix of this game. Who knows? Probably not. Probably not. Like I say, this is like a traditional game. It's being released warts and all on the physical cassette. So there we go. You have to live with it the way it is, which is great, because that's the way games should have been. That's the way games were back in the day. Here's Dizzy spinning around. Now this is oh no, that was my fault. I completely mistimed that. You can walk onto the platforms. Generally, the horizontal moving platforms behave much better. It's the vertical. Just got it out of the way there. It's the vertical moving platforms that can be the problem when it comes to a bit of collision detection. And the thing is, this level, this is one of the levels I found a bug on originally, and it was corrected and fixed. And as you can see, it's a nice slow level, and you can work your way around it. What we're going to do here? How is it going to work? Like I say, the collision detection on the moving platforms, which has been, I know, a development pain for Phil. Probably the biggest development pain was getting these platforms to behave themselves. And they're almost there. I'd say they're almost there. But this is a nice little level, this. I like that level. And here we go with more. Right, so where's the tape here? Oh, it's down there. Oh no, I missed it. There it is, down there. Sorry, I was looking in the wrong place. So jump. You can jumping from great heights does not hurt Novabug at all. Lovely bat animation. I really like the bats. They've got a lot of them bats. Seem to have a lot of frames of animation on them. They don't really, but they do seem very effective. Later on, there is a bat that does a little funny little glitch later on, which is quite funny for how it behaves. It doesn't really affect anything, but it actually is quite a funny little glitch. Rem walks going up and down. Lovely levels. I love this these tree style levels. Very Endorian forest from Manic Miner. Now these little vine things, you've really got to get into the right position on them to get the jumps correct. So this is when we're getting into sort of like the pixel perfect jumping parts of it. Really got to be accurate with what you're doing. Everything is possible to complete and do in this game. It's just very, very tight, and you've got to be absolutely spot on to get them right, get these things correctly. Which again is like the old games back in the day used to be. You've got to learn the levels, get them accurate, get them spot on, get your movements correct. The controls are fine in this. You can redefine the keys to joystick. It's difficult to play in joystick for me personally. This is more like a key press game. There is a little soft lock on that level, which I'm not going to show you. That previous level. You can actually walk through the platform and fall underneath, and if you do that, you're stuck. That's it. You won't be killed, and you're just stuck. So that's another little interesting sort of, I don't know what we should call that, but I mean, it makes sense that a game that is called Bug's Quest for Tapes has bugs in it, but they are not game-breaking bugs. That's the main thing we should point out here. Let's jump the pink gimp over there, and then we go into the cityscape. Straight through on that level. And we get to see the ladies of the night soon. Again, loads of hints from people in the Amstrad community here. It's nice banter and jokes. No harm at all. Everyone has been given their permission for their sort of like references to be used. There's Yellow Belly himself. This is it, right? This one goes straight at you. Oh, I've cocked it up. Right, this level you've got to move straight away because that bat will get you. And then this is really difficult because this. Well, we'll see how it goes. You've got to get over there. Now that bat manages to squeak its way into the gap where I've gone. Here it goes. Now I've got to get over the... Oh no, that's not going to work. Now, see, the bat's going to get me. I could have avoided that. Right, you've got to go straight away. Because that bat will get you. And you can actually get up to the top by jumping now, where I am, and get onto the ladder, and that avoids getting the tape. But we're going to try and get the tape. It is difficult to do, this one. Very tricky. I love that Yellow Belly's image there in his sword and pants. Oh, no! Can we get out? No, the bat got me again. See, they're really difficult, really difficult. So this time we're just going to jump up, bypass that. That bat is really annoying in this level. But it is, I have done it before, Moving on. Skulls. Then we've got another provocative billboard poster here. There's a little trick here we can use. Like this moving platform you can completely ignore. Go and get the tape. And then use its teleportation trick. Now this is the moving platform teleportation trick. Boop, there we go. Jump up underneath it on the edge of a screen and you'll just appear above it. Which is, again, a bug, but a bug that you can use to your advantage. What would I say would recommend how this would be better? I would say, I mean, I love the graphics. I love the style of it. I think they're adequate for the game. You don't need to have massive flashy graphics, but I think the sprites are really nicely done. The music is absolutely superb. It's a challenge. It is a challenge. It's not an overly difficult challenge. It's not like a dynamic game where it's ridiculously hard, but you know, it's definitely a gamer's game. You've definitely got to play it. The ladies of the night here, 8-bit boobies. Phil had to put them in, and more at the top there. Even a name. I'm not going to mention the name as we navigate the crabs and the cocks. Yes, okay. You got to love your lowbrow humour here. There is lots of lowbrow humour in this, which we like, don't we? It's all a bit of a laugh. There is a way to do this level. It's a bit of a trick as well. I mean, it sort of suggests you sort of ride the platforms all the way over, but we don't do that. We can just do that, use the teleportation trick, and then get the tapes. And do it again, teleportation trick, there we go. Superpowers, Novabug. And then we can just, if we get the timing correctly, you can just jump on this platform. Whoa, got that wrong. So we can just jump down actually. I think it's safer to jump down and just go along the bottom. So yeah, there are bugs in the game where you can use them to your advantage. If I, like I was saying, if I was going to improve the game, I would certainly remove these bugs. But certainly, you'd have to tidy up certain parts of the levels to sort of like not take it much. For instance, what I'm about to do here, bing, you see. You have to tidy up sort of some of the edges to sort of like get the jumps perfect. Certainly oh god, I completely macked that jump up. Certainly the intangibility of some of the horizontal moving platforms, you definitely have to fix that, because that is pretty annoying. We haven't seen it yet. Funnily enough, it seems to happen more when you're playing it on a real Amstrad. That's what appears to happen. When you're playing it on an emulator, it doesn't happen nowhere near as frequently, but you put it on a real Amstrad, and the intangibility of the vertical moving platforms seems to increase, which is a bit of a worry, a bit of an annoyance, but like I said, is completable with patience. And there is a sort of method you can do. If you're moving in the air just before you hit the platform as you're falling onto a vertical moving platform, you can actually... oh, that was such a tight jump. That is such a tight jump. But there was another way of doing it. You can drop down from the top. Like that. Yeah, there is a way you can just sort of like grab the platforms without falling through them. But that's probably the major bug in the entire game. But like I say, not game breaking and something you can live with. Well, the later levels, as you say, become a lot more intrinsically about jumps. A lot more about jumps, and that makes things a lot more simpler on that aspect, but also working out exactly where you need to be for jump. There's a particular level we're going to come to later, which is an absolute bastard of a level. And I think Phil's already laughing and chuckling along. Many screens in this. Absolutely loads of screens. I've actually lost count several times. Over 40, I believe. But lots and lots of game screens. This screen here, you can spam the tapes if you've got enough lives in the bank. You can spam the tapes by negotiating all these enemies. Now, the rapid number of the enemies on screen now is multiplying dramatically. So we can go and get the tapes, and you have to time this so you drop down and hit the moving platform. Now that's easier said than done. But what happens here? I'll screw it up. Is you accrue all those tapes, and you only lose one. You see, so you could, if you had lives in the bank, you could just completely keep spamming that all the time, deliberately dying, and then completing it. Of course, you're risking it because you're losing a life every time. That is one place you can spam tapes, but there's also another level where you can spam even more tapes. So if you wanted to get your tape count up and up and up and up and up at the expense of lives, then you can do that. It's an option. There must be there will be a formula you can work out of sort of getting to that point in the game by collecting every tape and then spamming that level to get as many tapes as possible out of it with one life remaining, and then completing the game on one life. That would be the way. There you go, there's an example. Right there. That was an example of an intangible platform. I just shot straight through it. And that is probably the biggest bugbear I've got over the game, is it does have that bug in it. The moving platforms still need a little bit of work. That is probably, like I say, the only major problem I've found. Everything else about this game I think the intro is actually brilliant. I love the loading screen. I would say that. I mean, this is going to be a very biased review. A little bit of colour changes going back there, as you can see. A little bit of colour clash. Attribute clash at the top there. Not something you get a lot on the Amstrad. But with the nature of these graphics, unfortunately it's what you get. You do get it, like I said, with Manic Miner. There we go. I see. I actually missed the platform there. So I think now we'll just go and complete the level. I've spammed enough tapes and lost enough lives on this level now. So we better move on. It's not, I mean, the jumps look quite complicated here, but they're actually not. The enemy movements are actually very well structured, especially the platform moving ones. The ones that are moving on horizontal and vertical axes are very structured, and they do have patterns. The ones that fly in the air, however, in random directions, their patterns are a little less predictable, should we say. Lovely design, this one. All the street lights. Oh, right. Oh, no, I thought I was too close to that. I thought I was too close to the... Oh, no, I was too close to her. That was... is that... You've got Rach, Kate and Andy here. Oh, God. Yes. So if you like your 8-bit boobies, there you go. You got some. And then you can just jump over the street lights here. Look at the hint there, the red lights in the corner, very good. And GP in his GIMP suit. Going into the final stages. And these are some of the toughest levels in the game. I say it does go on for a bit. There's plenty of longevity in this. There's lots of replayability as well. Nice hint to the Norbert Castle there in Blackpool. Lovely little hint. And as you can see, what's that thing floating in the middle there? It's a coronavirus. Right, this is a difficult level, and the only level which is named as well with Anna's Bananas. There is not much of a pattern to this. There is a slight. Oh, this one's not getting out. It's not releasing, so I'm going to be. Looks like I'm going to be done by the Nana here. Oh, there's another one coming up. I'm going to get. Oh, he's missed me. This one's not moving, is he? No, and there's another one coming up. I was knackered there. And it's also the only level with slowdown. There is obviously many sprites moving around here. There's 6 sprites on screen, and they're doing this spinning action. So, unfortunately, there is a tad bit of slowdown on this level, but it's the only level with slowdown. There we go. We've done it this time. Got the cassettes, got the tape, and we're out. This is a horrible level. Horrible. This is the worst and hardest level in the game for me. You have to get right on the bottom of these ladders, right on the edge, and jump. And that's the only way to do it. Have I screwed that up? No, I haven't. I've got that one. Oh, see, I'm too high. I'm way too high there. I've got to be down lower than that. There we go. Jump over Basil. Or just. You see, this is pixel perfect, this level. And this bit's even harder. Right. So you've got to get right on the bottom rung here. Right on the bottom rung to get this jump correct. There we go. Right. Pretty much low enough I'm going to go. And you've got a great timing. Or just right on the edge. Wait for Dizzy to get out of the way. There. Absolutely spot on timing. Same with the Nana at the end. Right on the bottom. Get on the bottom rung. And once you've got the room and the confidence, go for it and you've done it. And then you've also got the sort of like the head bump jumps here. So you'll be again right on the edge to get the head bump jumps right. I cannot believe I've got through it without losing a life. That was the first time I've got through that level without losing a life. And look at the bottom. The tumbleweed makes an appearance. Oh, I've screwed that jump up. Absolutely muffed that up completely. Right, let's try that again. Over the mushrooms. Wait for the tumbleweed to get out of the way. It's not too bad a level, but we want to jump the tumbleweed, and I've got to approach this from this angle, which is just easier to do. Here we go. The Nana. Wait for the Nana to move out the way. Up we go. Get the tape, and we're almost at the bug loft. We are very close to the bug loft. We're closing in. There's a couple more levels left, a couple more screens left, should I say. And let's move up. We're going to have to jump the tumbleweed again. See, a lot of the enemy sprites are inspired by things off the live stream, and Zypho's live stream as well, like the Anna's Nanas and the tumbleweeds and Postman Pat. This is a tricky level. Damn it, screwed that jump up totally. I've got to go straight into this, I forget. Right, jump. Let's go. Oh, I've got the timing wrong. Got the timing wrong. It's not going to work, this. You have to jump that ghost pretty much straight away, I figured out, because otherwise the timing on these second level of enemies just doesn't flow right. The timing's out. Yeah, I should have had the Specky jump in the Specky there, and I'm not. We've got Tate and Lyle at the top there, as you can see, moving. Another reference to the live stream. Oh no, I was in. Alright, gotta go straight in. Gotta jump the skull and keep going. That's how you gotta do this level. You gotta keep moving all the time. Be confident, jump. Go straight up here. Straight jump in that Specky through the gap. Straight away again with the Commodore. Yep, straight up, because now the timing's correct. And it's still a tricky jump to do this. This one is a tricky jump because you've got to stop and not hit your head on Basil at the top there. And then we're home free. And we'll go and get the... Oh, better move out the way. Pat's head's coming for me. So overall, it's an extremely enjoyable game. It's just a joy to play when you're playing your own character on screen on an Amstrad. How fun is it? I mean, Zoe Kirk Robinson, she very graciously made a specky game with my character in it. And it was a fun game, but it was on the specky. This is on the Amstrad. So it makes it a little bit better, a little bit more special. It's also got this wonderful music, like we said. Absolutely wonderful music. The graphics are cutesy and fun. Lots of sort of smutty comedy in there. So the platform bug is probably the only thing that's the real big downer on this. It can really get frustrating, that. Would like to have seen sound effects, but I don't think memory constraints is... I think memory constraints is a little bit too much. Let's see if I can hit this platform without going through it. You see it flash there, you see. You do get that occasionally. You get a little bit of sprite flicker now and then. I'm often wondered if that's associated with when the moving platforms become intangible. Doesn't seem to be associated, but sometimes that happens. A little bit of sprite flicker here and there, especially on the Novabug sprite itself, but I love the way it's animated. Right, so that was a quick one. We'll get the tape. If we get the tape and die at this point, then let's not worry about it, and we'll just go and complete the level. Oh, I've screwed that up, mashed it up. No, totally missed the time in there. Let's move on. And oh no, I just didn't jump there. That was my fault. Didn't jump. Red screen flash. There was an experiment done with the death sequence, which would be the screen would bump as you died, but unfortunately it was glitching with the music, so Phil ditched that. Here we go. Oh bloody hell! I nearly killed myself straight away there. Okay, another tricky level. I love some of the shading on the brickwork. It's really nice, that. So again, this one's not too bad as long as you're going straight into it. Be confident. Straight. Oh no, no. Straight over with the gaps. They do have patterns that they do follow. Here we go. Straight over that. Straight over that. You can jump 2 hazards at the same time. That's it. I've done it right this time. There'll be a gap in the middle to jump. Take the Lyle. Get up there. That's it. And now we can wait for the specky to come back, and then we can get the jump in correctly to go over the water sort of spiky thing. Grab the tape, and we're back, and we're going. Oh, is it going to be tight? No, it's fine. 36 tapes so far. This is the level you can spam. You can spam this level. There's 4 tapes at the bottom there, as you can see. Oh, I really screwed that up. Get the tapes, and you can just kill yourself and carry it. Oh, no. Terrible. Smack my head in the stairs. Yeah, you could spam this level if you wanted to. I've got 5 lives left. I technically could if I wanted to. I've got lives spare. You can get them 4 tapes and just kill yourself and then spam it again and again and again. But we're not going to do that. We'll just complete the level. I could probably spam that 4 more times, get myself over 50 tapes if I wanted to. Because up the ladder is the ending of the game. Get out of the way of Pat. Move the cock out of the way. You can quote me on that. And then we get to the top. And we're in the bug loft, and there's Chewy, the CPC. We'll stand and admire there for the moment. There's the bug loft with the British flags in the middle as well. Excellent. And then we take the tapes and we load them into the Amstrad, and we're done and game complete. You've collected 43 tapes. That's enough for 8 episodes of live tape testing, which is true, it is. Maybe a few bonus games. There's a nice little plug to my YouTube channel there to see if your tapes are working every Saturday at 10 PM. Thank you very much. Bug Army, indeed. So thank you very much, Phil, for this wonderful, wonderful game. I'm so honoured to be my character to be made into an Amstrad game. It's fantastic and great to be a part of making the physical versions of it. It's a good game. It's a very good game. For a first effort, it's a bloody great effort. Brilliant music as well. Thank you for watching this exclusive long play review of Bug's Quest for Tapes. Novabug, out. Hey, Novabug here. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please support the channel by liking and commenting, and of course subscribing if you haven't already done. If you would like to support me further, please consider joining my Bug Army via Patreon. And also don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Parler, BitChute and Twitch. And a salute to my Bug Army generals Sam M, Sweet Nanak, Pete Walker and Shadow 80. Thank you everyone for supporting me. Novabug, out.